So hello everyone, my name is Ajit Singh and today we are going to do the hands-on test drive day 2. So this is our second chapter in our series. In this we'll do the analysis on the valve. So we will check the objective, which is to see pressure drop along the valve. And then we'll check the workflow. We will create lid. We will check the geometry. Then we'll create the project via wizard and we'll apply some boundary conditions, goals, and we'll see the results afterwards. So if we talk about objective, so we are going to apply 1 bar pressure difference at both the inlet and outlet, and we are going to check what is the volume flow accordingly, and the type of analysis is internal. So this is the valve on which we are going to do the analysis. So the same way which we form by clicking on the create lid option, you can create your lids, but we have already created that, so no problem. We can quickly check the geometry, whether it is watertight model or not, for the internal analysis purpose. So we can click on check and it will check the whole assembly and it will tell you whether this is watertight model or not. So it is a watertight model. Here you can see, and you can click on show fluid volume and it will show the volume where fluid will travel, or it has the way to travel around. Okay, so it is a watertight model. We are going to create project by clicking on wizard. I can change the name to pressure drop analysis. Here I want to change my volume flow rate by liter per minute and pressure to bar. Okay, so we can apply bar here and click on next. Now let's move on to the internal and external analysis. So when you click on internal analysis, only the volume inside the assembly will count, and you can exclude all the cavities where fluid is not moving, so that you can reduce the computation domain to targeted area. You can define any other option like gravity, rotation, if you want to add in your analysis. So automatically your analysis will take those things into the consideration. But right now in this analysis we have to click on internal only. So let's move on to the next step, that is selection of the fluid. So here the liquid is water and we can click on cavitation. I have already done an analysis on cavitation. I will show you the results. So only thing which you have to do is you have to select on that, and you can click, and you can also define the dissolved gas mass fraction. But the default value is more than enough to give you the idea where the cavitation will happen. So in this analysis we are not going to focus on cavitation. You can apply roughness, because in CAD and model you can't model the roughness in the geometry. So instead of modeling it, you can apply directly, and you can also apply the local roughness. I'll show you the option. And this is the initial condition of the fluid, so you can change as per your requirement, but I think this is correct for this kind of analysis. And now this computation domain is only restricted to the internal area where the fluid will move. Okay, so let's hide all the other information, like I can hide the computation domain, I can hide this part, because they will be a part of analysis, but hiding will give the access to these areas where I want to apply the boundary conditions. So you can click on boundary condition, and when you click on the boundary condition, you will have certain options like inlet mass flow, inlet mass flux, inlet velocity, inlet volume flow. Here I just want to apply pressure, which is total pressure, and that is 2 point something. Okay, You can also apply the ideal wall or real wall after selection, and you can define the localized roughness. But here I don't want to apply any roughness value. I just want to apply the pressure. So that is it, total pressure. Wrong selection. You can click on this, and within few seconds you can reapply the boundary condition. This is the face. I want to apply the boundary condition. No problem. Okay. Now this is the inlet, so I can change it to inlet total pressure. Okay, and you can apply the total pressure for outlet, or you can say environmental opening. I can leave it to environment, and I can click on the face, and that's it. So when you subtract it, you will see 1 bar pressure difference here. Okay, now let's create some goals. So in the goals, I can click on insert surfaces, and I want to see the volume flow rate across both of the surfaces, and I can click on OK, and I can click on create goal for each surface, and then press OK. So it will create 2 goals, one for this face and other for this face. And some people go to global mesh. If there are thin kind of structure and having some very small gaps, so you can use this option, whereas you don't need to apply in this case, because in this example there is no very thin gap. In that case, we can go by default settings. I just change the mesh level to 4 to make it more finer. You can check the basic mesh. So it is a Cartesian based mesh, or you can say cell based mesh. Okay. Now click on run. In this, you can apply to 6 pores or 7 pores, and you can transfer it to the other system also if you have less number of computation power. Okay, so you can click on run. So this is your solver window. You can check all your volume flow rate. So this is inlet, and this negative sign denotes the opposite sign of the flow. So you can see the value are very much near to them, so that means there is less error related to mathematical calculation, like very accurate to decimal point. Now let's see the results. So when we go to the plots, we have this option to slice down the results domain, and you can see the pressure and velocities. So I can set the velocity like this, and the velocity vector also like that. You can set the velocity vectors. Okay, and you can go to goal plot. You can see what is the output in terms of volume flow. So it's saying the average is 52 liter per minute. That is the volume flow because of 1 bar pressure difference. So that means if you change the model, and if the volume flow increase, that means the model is better than your previous design, because it is allowing more and more fluid passing through it, and without or you can say less with less resistance. Okay. Okay. So that means if you have network of pipe like walls in a network, there you have number of walls in a network. So to push the fluid, you need less power from the pump in this kind of high quality wall. Whereas in inferior quality walls, you have to apply more pump power, so that increase the addition cost because it will ask for more or you can say highly rated mechanism to pump the fluid up. Okay, so this is one example. I have an example of cavitation. So in that I just click on the cavitation bar and we have the results. So it took around 1000 iteration, but it solves in 7 to 8 minutes. So that is very nice. And we can click on show. You can see this velocity vectors, and we can also see the velocity gradient, and in that we can also check volume fraction of vapor. And when you click on this, you will see this is the area where you will get the problem of cavitation. Because of sudden pressure change, your fluid will convert into vapor form and it will hit these walls. Okay, so this is one example. You can also do the particle study. So in this particle study, you can create particles, like you can use the wizard, which is a very easy tool for us to start particle analysis. You can use solid particles. I'm using the same kind of particles. Okay, the size is I think 1 mm. Okay, you can click on next. Oh, it is asking for the initial phase from where it is going to start. So this is phase where it's going to originate. Okay, and I want to see the erosion, and by clicking on it, I can define whether it is ideal reflection or absorption or things like this. So you can change the parameters accordingly. And I want to see diffusion statistics both, so I can click on OK. I can click on run. So when you see it here, you can change the appearance from arrow to balls so that it will look more practical to you. So you can see it is reflecting because of this geometry. Okay, and you can also apply the some surface parameters like this. I can edit it anytime. So in that case, I want to see erosion rate. Okay, or you can say I can unhide everything, and I want to see the erosion rate on this face, on this particular face, inside this. I want to see the erosion rate there. So you can check minimum is this one, this much, 0.038 mm per year, and you can also check the mass erosion rate. So this is the mass erosion rate and total. right? So this is an example to see the erosion because of the particles. So let's stop this and let's hide this plot. This one also. Now we have this option called XY plot. So on this particular line, I can check the pressure, but you can change it to anything you want. So you can convert it to velocity or something is needed. So here we have pressure, velocity, even mass fraction of dissolved gases. Okay, click on show and you'll see it is a flat line right now. Erosion rate, show. Okay. It is totally upon you what you want to see is. Okay. Yeah. Let's check the sound, so we can see the sound also in terms of decibel. We can go to this acoustic power. So it is showing here. We'll have some areas. So here are the areas where you have more sound. So let me have this. So this is the area where you'll have more sound problem because of sudden pressure change, and this is the acoustic power level in terms of decibel. So you can see, you can check these areas with the help of probe, how much decibel of sound you are getting in these areas. So this is it for today, and in the next session we are going to discuss about porous media. So thanks again and have a great day.